Hey, ladies. Testing mic. I should be good. What's up, ladies? All right. Thank you for your patience today. I had a client call that went longer than normal, and so I was on a little bit later than planned. So thank you for your patience there. Beautiful. So we have lots of questions in the group chat, going through different macro questions, lifting, lifestyle. So we'll go through those in just a moment. But I did want to remind you, next week, the 13th and the 14th, Megan and I are going to be doing a live masterclass teaching you how to shed fat, gain muscle, and create a physique that you absolutely love. If you do not need to lose fat, that's okay. You're going to gain a ton from this masterclass as well, because it's really teaching you the lifestyle approach to health and fitness, how to be super healthy, be fit, have a social life, and have balance, and enjoy your life, enjoy your body, and feel good in your skin. Great. So any questions that you have, go ahead and comment them in the chat. Say hello. Hello. It's nice to have you guys here. But go ahead and comment them in the comments here, and I will prioritize your questions, and then I'll go through the chat as well. So let me go ahead and pull up this live really quick. So just in case I can't see your name, I will be able to see your name. Great, ladies. Good morning. Good morning. Okay. So I'm just going to be looking at my phone because we have all these questions. Okay. So let's see. Let's go to Miss Angie. So she says, the macros I've been doing have way less carbs than the Queens of Iron calculator, which is our calculator. Why? I'm so confused on what to do from here. I've lost weight, but I feel I might gain it back, or I'll stop losing it once I stop cardio. This is a really good question. So why does our calculator have higher carbs than other calculators out there? Because it's designed for women who lift weights. And when you lift weights, you need a good amount of carbohydrate. If you don't lift weights, you still need a healthy amount of carbohydrate, because your brain is using carbohydrate as a primary energy source, a primary fuel source. Walking around, picking up your kids, doing yard work, doing like bursts of activity, carbohydrate is your primary fuel source. Mental clarity, mental energy, focus, attention. Carbohydrate is your primary fuel source. When you lift weights, whether it be physique shaping, like our program, or like a sustainable bodybuilding style, carbohydrates is your primary fuel source, as is CrossFit, some group fitness, like that type of thing. We need carbohydrates. And so for us, our calculator is designed for women who want to gain muscle mass. The most efficient way to gain muscle mass is to eat an appropriate amount of carbs for your body. If you are running marathons, you don't need as much carbohydrate, because fat is going to be the fuel source that you're using for that activity. Now, you still need a healthy amount of carbohydrates for your lifestyle, though. Training demand-wise, so for us weightlifting, that training demand requires glucose, requires carbohydrate. If you're not eating enough carbohydrate, your body's going to pull from your protein, convert it to glucose to give your body what it needs. It's a very inefficient process. So we want to make sure we're fueling our body with enough carb to support what our body needs to thrive, to support our lifestyle, and to support our training demands. Now, if you don't eat a lot of carb, you go super low carb, or you do keto or other fat diets, what's happening is you're creating something called metabolic inflexibility. What that means is you're teaching your body how to no longer process carbohydrate. So then once you reinduce it back in, your body's like, I have no idea what to do with this. I'm going to store it as fat. It's horrible. So really, it's very, very important to have a well-balanced diet with enough carbohydrates to fuel your training and lifestyle demands, okay? I hope that makes sense. Please let me know any questions that came from that. Barbara, I see your question. Let me just finish Angie's, and then I got you. Now, the second part of her question was, I've lost weight, but I feel I might gain it back when I stop doing cardio. You might, if you don't have the right macros and lifestyle tools for you, because cardio is a great calorie burner and appetite suppressant. It is not required for fat loss. It is a tool we can use for fat loss. For Queens of Iron and our clients, we get all the fat off through nutrition so we can build their body through weightlifting. So as the fat comes off, they're like, oh, I love what I look like. I feel so good. I have muscle. My body is shaped and curvy in the right places. This is great. Cardio can never achieve that. But because we're so dialed in with their macro needs, we don't need to use cardio. They get to learn the lifestyle they need for their body. So when they stop doing cardio, or let's say you stop working out for a month, which actually one of our clients did, she had to get emergency surgery. She didn't work out for 6 weeks. She came back and had lost, I think, like a pound. But the thing is, she sustained it. She couldn't do anything. She couldn't do hardly anything. She could walk. That's all she could do. So how can she sustain her results when all activity ceased? She's been learning lifestyle tools for over 6 months now. I think she's been with us, I think at least 8 months now, I want to say. She's with us for over a year. She just got 6 weeks of free training, actually, for bringing in a client, which I haven't told her yet. So if you're on here, just FYI, free training coming your way. But anyway, because she's been practicing those lifestyle tools. And so if you're relying on cardio to not gain weight, you're going to gain it back at some point because you can't keep doing cardio forever, right? We have to learn the lifestyle tools for sustainability and long-term success for the rest of your life to not have the gain loss, ups and downs. It's so worth it to invest your time, invest your energy, and invest your money to figure out how to do this instead of investing in spinning your wheels and not really knowing what to do and gain loss cycle and emotional frustration. And it's like, oh, there's so much of a better way. Okay. Miss Barbara, from last podcast, you said something, if our goal at the end of the day is 0 to 5 macros, that's good. I don't understand. Okay. So what I said was compliance, at least for us in our program, compliance means all 3 macros at the end of the day are ending between 0 and 5 grams over or under. So at the very end of the day, you're done eating for the day, your macros might be -3 carbs remaining, +2 grams of fat remaining, -1 gram of protein remaining. Those numbers fall between over or under 5 grams. That equals compliance. If you can get compliant like that, you're going to see great results because you're consistent. You're compliant and you're consistent. That's a great question. If you're going like, oh, today I ended with 10 carbs left and I was over 15 grams of fat, those big numbers, you're not going to get consistent results. There's going to be bloat. The scale's going to go up and down. Like everything's going to be super up and down. You're going to be confused. So we always want to fall between 5. If you're not tracking alcohol, you can totally ignore calories. If you are tracking alcohol, we tell our ladies, eat all your protein, don't go over calories. That equals compliance. Great. All right. Next question, also from Angie. How much water do we need per day? I recommend about 120 ounces. I aim for about 1 gallon. All right. Oh, this is a good question. Beatrice, I have been training consistently 6 days a week for the past year. I alternate between arm day. Never recommend that. I would do shoulder and back, not arms, because your arms are your secondary movers. They're going to grow regardless. You're going to see all that muscle regardless. Look at my arms, ladies. Okay, look at my arms right now. I've probably done for sure less than 10, probably less than 5 sets of arms in the last 3 years. I'm not joking. Maybe 2 years. Because every time we're rowing, every time we're pressing, we're doing pull-ups, we're doing lat pull-down, we're doing shoulder press. Your arms are working, ladies. You don't need these like massive arms and tiny shoulders because that's not a cute look. I've done it. It's not a good look. Women who do that come to us and say, I got to my goal weight and I just don't like what my body looks like. It's like, it's because your training program wasn't set for really what you wanted. All right. So anyway, she says, I've been alternating between arm and leg day. More recently, I've been getting inflammation on my knees and my elbows. Is that a sign of overtraining or are my weights too heavy? It's your form. guarantee it. It's your form. We do a lot of corrective exercise in our program. So I'm a corrective exercise specialist. And so we therapy shoulders, low back, and knees. We strengthen all the little stabilizer muscles around those areas. So you stay really healthy, you stay injury-free, and you stay and get very functionally fit. So what I'd recommend for you, Beatrice, is we got to work on your form. 100%, we got to work on your form. And then you may need to do some band work. Like, for example, if you have an issue with knees caving in on your way up from a squat, so you're standing up and your knees are caving in, putting a band around the top of your knees will help you force them out. So kind of opening your hips out, and it's going to help train those stabilizers, for example. Thanks, girl. Appreciate you. I just wanted to make a point because it's like, you guys, don't just go to the gym and train your arms because it's not worth your while. It's so much better to go and train your back and your shoulders so you'll get a way better shape because, again, your arms are going to naturally get thick. We certainly program arms for some women, but only for the women where that is their problem area, because otherwise it's like we're typically doing 3 days of legs, a glute day, a glute quad day, a glute ham day, and then we do a back day and a shoulder day. That's like on average a really solid breakdown because we're all about shaping the body. It's so much more than a great workout. I'm just going to go to the gym and I'm going to lift weights and this is cool and I'm going to do group fitness and like, great. It's like, oh my gosh, there's so much more to it. There's so much more to it. Okay, great. Sandra, I've never been in this chat. Is someone supposed to answer these questions? Yes, I'm answering them right now. That's hilarious. Great. Great. Thank you, Luann, for answering that. Okay. Michelle, hi, I've done your calculator and it's given me over 1,500 calories and I'm 54 years old. I fast until 12 o'clock, 16-hour fast, and try to equal the macros for lunch and dinner. I find trying to equal and balance protein, carb, and fat for those meals, even with snacks, hard to keep under the 30 to 40 protein, 25 carb, and 5 to 20 fat to get to my goals. Yeah, let's talk about this. So she has heard me say at one point how to balance and space meals. I didn't say only 25 carbs per meal. I think I said 25 to 50 grams of carb per meal. But Michelle, if you're fasting, why are you fasting 16 hours? Let me ask you that so we can understand your intent. Because if you're just intermittent fasting to lose weight, that was designed for people who overate. And so the benefit of fasting was you don't get to eat as much. It's like, that's it. So if you're tracking your macros and complying in your macros, you don't need the tool of intermittent fasting. Certainly, fasting at least 12 hours has shown to get rid of free radicals. That's great. However, if you're using intermittent fasting to lose fat, you may not need it. Because it's like, why are you waiting until noon to eat? Research has shown that when we eat a lean protein source in the morning, first thing in the morning, your body's immediately going to fat burning mode. Whereas if you're just waiting and waiting and waiting, it's like your body's still just kind of sitting there just waiting to turn your metabolism on, so to speak. So I would get clear on why you're intermittent fasting, and then you can definitely, you have 178 grams of carb. You don't need to be sticking to 25 grams of carb per meal. That is really low. Okay, great. Someone said, I would focus on hitting your calorie and protein goal. The others will fall into place. I disagree. However, I understand what she's saying. So I want to talk about this for a minute. Some trainers say, eat your protein goal, don't go over calories, doesn't matter carb and fat, what you choose. I can understand that. I can understand that. For someone who's very overweight, not super clear goals other than I really need to get this fat off because I'm really unhealthy, or someone who just wants like decent results. The reason I wouldn't recommend that is for women who want to go to the next level, for women who really want to understand their body, for women who want more regulated hormones, more energy, and just feel better. Here's why. When you're consistent with a consistent amount of macros for you, oh my gosh, your body is going to thrive because you're going to learn exactly what you need. For example, let's say you had certain macros, right? great calorie goal, you're seeing results, everything is good. But you just find that you're craving chocolate, or you're craving chips, or you're craving, let's see, what would be another example? Maybe like fried food or something like that. That may be an indicator, hey, you need more fat. Your body's communicating to us like, I just really need more fat. Beautiful. We're able to bring that up. So you're going to learn exactly what your body needs. When you're on the exact macros for you, it's very easy to hit your goals. It's much easier to hit your goals because you're giving your body what it wants and what it needs. The other thing is women who lift weights and are wanting to grow muscle, if you're eating really high fat and really low carb, we talked about this in the beginning, it's not going to be an efficient, you're not creating an efficient environment and efficient environment to grow muscle mass. So your body's not going to get as good of results. Here's another problem with that. Let's say one day you're eating high protein, or excuse me, high fat, lower carb. The next day, high fat, lower carb. The next day, super low fat, your carbs shoot up. You're going to gain a bunch of weight on the scale, right? Because now you have all this carbohydrate, all this glucose. And so you're retaining all this water and you're like, oh my gosh, I feel like crap. Why do I look like this? The scale's going up. And then you're going to start getting frustrated. You're going to start slashing calories. You're going to start exercising more. You're going to start feeling confused. And so it's so much better to allow your body consistency. I believe it takes care of your body better health-wise as well. So that's my reasoning for that. Ladies, are you finding this valuable? I want to get a temperature check because the only reason I'm here is to help solve problems, give you really healthy and sustainable insight and help. So let me know. I'm going to shut my window because I feel like a bunch of people are outside listening to me. It's making me feel weird. They're just like sitting there getting macro education, which is great, but I feel kind of weird. Okay, cool. Barbara, good. I'm glad it's helping. Are other people finding this valuable? I just want to make sure because obviously, again, that's what I'm here for. Great. So please let me know. Okay, cool. All right. So here is a question. I believe her name is pronounced Freya. I'm trying to find my calorie deficit. How many weeks should eat, for example, 2,000 calories before I should be able to see a difference? A month? If I haven't seen any results after 4 weeks, should I go down to 1,800 or do I need to stay at 2,000 for longer? Freya, get the macro calculator. That's going to give you a good baseline. You should see, oh, good. I'm so glad. Let's see. Nemesis, is that how you pronounce your name? Thank you, love. I appreciate it. Good. So you definitely need to get the macro calculator to give you a good baseline. But honestly, if you're consistent with your macros, you should see results every week for the most part. If you're about to start your cycle or you just started your menstrual cycle, okay, things might go up. That's normal. If you just had a carbohydrate increase, things maybe go up a little bit. That's normal. If you have loads of stress in your life and things came up, or if you got a really crappy night's sleep the night before, and then the next morning things go up, those types of things are normal. You just need to know what to look for. But if you're consistent in your macros and you're tracking measurements, you should be really seeing results every week. If you're not, there's a broken piece and there's always a solution. Okay, Miss Angie, does eating more processed foods affect weight loss as long as I fit it in our macros? I hate to cook. I'm not saying that. That was what she said. I hate to cook. I do use the air fryer. Okay, I'm going to share my philosophy on this, and I would love to hear yours as well. Personally, it makes me cringe when I hear, as long as it fits your macros, who cares? Just eat it. Because I think that is the laziest, unhealthy approach ever. That doesn't give you long-term success. To me, that's treating something like a diet. Now, there is definitely, like, having balance is vital. It's crucial to have balance. It is. I say all the time, you guys, I have wine, I eat out. Nobody's perfect. It's normal. But having a lifestyle of processed foods, does that positively affect your life long term? Obviously not. So no, I would not recommend that. Sometimes, like you can have some processed foods. Okay, we live in America. But that's why for our clients, we set fruit, veggie, and fiber goals because we want to make sure that your food quality is high to give your body lots of vitamins and minerals, to learn how to have a healthy and fit lifestyle, not just focus on, it doesn't matter what I eat. I just want to lose weight. It's like, that is not a healthy mindset or approach. Okay. Ooh, good question. Michelle, do we have to watch sugar from the calculator as mine is set to 45 grams, but it goes over with fruit? So let me do something really quick. You know what, you guys? I should totally be showing you this because how silly is it that you don't get to see what I'm looking at? So give me just a second and let me show you because then I'm not just like looking down, but that way. Okay, let me see if I can do it this time. I can always do it when I'm off of, there we go. I can always do it when I'm off of the phone, but or when I'm off of the live, but for some reason, when I'm on the live, I get really messed up and it's like, I can't figure out how to, give me just a second, guys. Let me look this up really quick. So how to share my screen on, hey, ladies, while I'm doing this, pop in your questions. I want to answer them. So please pop in your questions or what you're feeling. If you just want to vent, if you just want to talk to someone or just share a win or whatever, please comment in the comments. How do I share my phone screen on StreamYard? All right. Oh, yeah. Share screen. Thanks, ladies, for your patience. I really appreciate it. Yes, Miss Sandra, I hear you. You betcha you can have the calculator. Give me just when I get off of here, I will do that for you guys. Yeah, if anybody wants the calculator, just comment calculator below and I'll get that for you. So we're going to go QuickTime Player. Again, ladies, thank you so much for your patience. And we're going to go, I think it's this one. Okay. Ooh, yes, I will, Barbara. Thank you. This is a great, let me see. This is, okay, so, gosh, you guys, so weird. I'm gonna figure out how to do this really quick as I'm talking through that, okay? With QuickTime Player. Okay, so back and shoulder exercises. So here, hopefully this sound is off. So a lot of back and shoulder, for those who are just turning in, I'm just trying to figure out how to share my phone really quick on the screen. So back and shoulder exercises, we do a lot of pressing. We do a lot of shoulder presses. We do a lot of lateral raises because, so if I go like this, you can, let's see, I'm like, the camera's backwards. See how my shoulder right here, it's like kind of that scoop. That right there is what creates these like beautiful, lean, strong arms without having to train arms. It's your shoulders. And so a lot of lateral things do that because it's your lateral delt. So dumbbell lateral raise, lean away lateral raise like this. So let's say you're like holding on to something like this, so you have more range, okay? Using bands, using cables, using dumbbells, all those things really help. Okay, well, I'll get this for you guys next time. I'm not joking. I get this every time I'm off the freaking live, but whenever I'm on here, it's like hard for some reason. Sorry about that, you guys. Okay. Great. So let me go back to our, oh yeah. So she said, how can I, or the sugar level. So she's like, I'm going over sugar. So what I'm doing right now is I'm looking at blueberries. And oftentimes I recommend 300 grams of fruit. Okay. 300 grams of fruit is about 29 grams of sugar. And so she said, mine is set to 45 grams. It goes over with the fruit. So what else are you eating? We don't monitor our client's sugar intake. Instead, we set the fruit, veggie, and fiber goals. And then with that, they don't have like loads of space to eat like crap. So it's like we're making sure their health is taken care of. And then they do have the space to go eat those fun foods or sweet foods. But typically their sugar's not like overloaded or anything. Okay, Barbara, let me finish this. Yeah, so we do a lot of pressing, a lot of lateral. So pressing movements hit the front of your delt. Lateral movements hit your lateral delt. You want to do rear delt movements as well to hit this part of your shoulder. What do those look like? You could do, so if you're holding a cable, so one cable is going like this, one cable is going like this, and you pull this way. This is called a rear delt fly. Ladies, look at my arms. I'm like this, not like this, right? I'm not bending. I'm going like this. You want to fly. So it's like the exact opposite movement of a chest fly. You're just flying backwards. Again, not like this, but you're flying backwards. So you can do that with a cable. You can do that with a band at home. You can do it with dumbbells bent over like this or plates. You can do it with a pec deck machine. There's lots of ways there. We do lots of variations with shoulders. Seated shoulder press, standing shoulder press, single arm standing shoulder press, single arm half kneeling shoulder press. You want to have a lot of variation in there because it's going to require something different from your body, which is good because that means you're going to get really strong and really fit under lots of different conditions, not just 3 times 15 in one plane of movement. It's like, no, let's get you strong under all conditions. Okay, so lots of variation. For the back, we do loads of pull-ups, loads of rows, single arm cable row, single arm banded row, dual arm cable row, or dual arm seated row. Another one, ladies, is wide row. Why would we do a wide row versus a close grip row? Who knows that answer? If anybody knows that answer, let me know. I'm going to take a pause until someone answers that. Or just take a stab at it. Why would we do a wide grip row versus a close grip row? And both are good. We should do both. But why would you do a wide grip row? Who knows that answer? Anybody? I'm going to give you ladies a few more minutes because have the courage, answer the question. If you don't know, just be like, I have no idea why I would do that. Hits. Did you mean to say, oh, okay, yeah, interesting guess. So I think you're saying it hits the rest of the delts, right? That's not actually why. It's your lats. It hits your lats right here. A close grip row is going to hit your mid back. A wide grip row is going to hit your lats. Why would you want to hit your lats? A, you're strong in pull-ups. Oh, rear delts. That's what you mean. It hits the rear delts. No, it's for your lats. But also, when you shape your lats, your waist becomes very small. Illusory. It's an illusion. Not in a bad way. It's great. That's part of the keys for shaping physiques is you grow your lats and your shoulders so you have this beautiful hourglass. Your waist gets very small. It's wonderful. So we do both for sure. We do 4-week phases. So our clients get new workouts every 4 weeks. And every single phase has a laser specific reason of what it's going to accomplish. So some phases we'll do a wide everything. We'll do snatch grip deadlifts. We'll do wide lat pull down. We'll do wide pull-ups. We'll do wide row because we're shaping their body into that hourglass figure. Great. And then some other back, Miss Barbara, that we do is, gosh, what else do we do? Bent over row. We do T-bar row, which is like if you have a bar. So let's say you have a squat rack bar, like between my legs. You can put a V attachment. Here, let me go right here. You can put a V attachment and then pull like this. So you have a bar between your legs, like in the corner of a room. You could put a T-bar attachment. So you're actually rowing like this, but it's a bar and you just have the attachment on the bar. But I would say pull-ups and rowing movements are great go-to. Good. I hope that helped. Okay. What macros do you recommend for insulin resistance? It depends on the woman. It definitely depends on the woman. Yeah, you'd probably have to go certainly lower carb. But I would want to talk to you more because I question what carbohydrates you can eat. It may be more of a factor with food quality versus macros. Women with PCOS, we've had several clients come in with women with PCOS, and what we have found is it's food quality. It's not that they can't have macros, it's what type of macros. It is different. They need less, right, than normal. But so much of it comes down to food quality. Got you, Barbara, on the calculator. We'll come back and do that. Okay, so this is Miss Amy. What should a typical workout look like? I aim for about an hour. Not sure if what I'm doing is most effective for leg day. I do leg press, squats, leg extension, and curls. You're talking about a hamstring curl? Yeah. So, man, it depends on, this is such a loaded question. I'm like, oh my gosh, I could talk on this literally for like 5 hours just on this one topic. I would say that you're doing a very basic program, which is fine. What does the rest of your workout look like? How many weeks are you doing this workout? What does your rep scheme look like? Do you change your rep scheme? What's your tempo? Do you change your tempo? Like there's a lot that goes into it. So are those good exercises? Yes, they're okay exercises. The reason why I say okay is because leg press, leg extension, curl, and calf raise. So 4 out of your 5 lifts, you're not working your stabilizers. That is dangerous long-term if you only do programs not working your stabilizer muscles, because most likely you're going to get hurt. Because then when you go to try to do something in real life, your stabilizer muscles haven't been strengthened, they haven't been worked, and so you'll just get injured way easier. So I would do things where you're required to do the work, like Bulgarian split squats, reverse lunges, gosh, there's a million things. Single leg press would be better. Definitely squats is great. Goblet squats, stiletto squats, barbell squats, banded barbell squats. There's different things. Hip thrust, I would say for sure. Do hip thrust. Like there's no glutes in there. Well, the squats work your glutes, but it's primarily your quad. Okay, cool. Let me jump off that. Amy, does that help, love? I hope that helps. Great. Do I have workout videos online, Shauna? I don't, because our programs honestly are really high end. And so I'm like, I don't do just free lifts online because I want to be doing our clients justice, right? Who invest in that. And online programs get very limited results. And I am really, really specific and intentional about what results happen in our program. And so, no, I don't just give out workouts for free. Okay, I'm just not that type of trainer. That's more like Beachbody, Caroline Gerving, like kind of those types of trainers. I'm just not that type of trainer, honestly. We're going to get you exceptional results type of program for sure. Like definitely that premium level coaching. Okay, great. All right. Chris, she said, I'm struggling how to begin tracking macros and meal planning. Help. Pre-plan your macros. If you don't know what I'm talking about, or if you want an instructional video, type pre-planning video below. We'll get you that video. It will walk you through exactly what to do. Ladies, I have example meal plans. Would anybody like those? They will just give you great ideas. They're broken down by macro per meal. They're awesome. So if you want some example meal plans, just comment example meal plans. We'll get you those as well. Great, ladies. Great, great, great. Awesome. That was all the questions that we had through the chat. If you have any other questions, go ahead and comment them now. And then I got you for the meal plan, you bet. And then ladies, for those who are ready to take action and really get next level results, invest time, invest money, invest effort into solving your problem, into having a fit and healthy lifestyle that so many of you say, I need this. This is a requirement for my life. But if you haven't achieved it, Why not? What's stopping you? So if you are ready to freaking achieve that and sustain it for the rest of your life and really learn those tools and how to accomplish this for you and your lifestyle, a way that works for you, comment coaching below. We'll talk through it. We have a few available spots right now for June, about to book into July. So definitely get in there if you really are an action-taking, self-led woman. And we still have our anniversary promo going on from now through the 15th, where you'll get 30% off your first month of coaching. I've never done that before, but we just hit 3 years online, almost 13 years of training women. So we really love it. We're here to serve you. We're here to support you, and we will always get you guaranteed results. You have to come do your part, show up, do the work, put in the effort. Literally, we'll help you change your life entirely. Okay, great. I'm gonna, this will be the last question that I go through. Love this. Thank you. Oh, Freya, good. Is that how you pronounce your name, love? Freya? So curious about your opinion on focusing on compound movements. Can I just focus on those in my workouts, or are some isolation movements necessary? Great question. Great question. So a few things. Sorry, I just got distracted by Mary's comment. Mary, why do you feel like that? Do you know the price, or what is it? And I will say this, we don't have to have the resources. We just have to be resourceful, right? I have put literally over $100,000 easily in coaching programs for my business. I couldn't afford it at the time, but I knew the return on investment would be so great that I found a way to do it. Same with fitness and nutrition. The women who come into the program, they're like, you guys, don't let finances keep you from taking yourself to a really healthy and fit space in your life, mentally, physically, emotionally, in every way. Money should not have that kind of power over you. Just saying, there's always a way, ladies. There's always a way. Talk to me about it. If you're really serious about it, talk to me about it, because I want to serve you over everything, And so if there's a way that I can help you out, extending a payment plan, I'm here for it. I'm here to help you, okay? Okay, so let's talk through this one, Freya. Yeah, I would not recommend only compound movements, and here's why. We want to make sure that both sides of your body is equally strong, because if it's not, injury will occur over time, eventually. Most likely, injury is going to occur. And so although, and for those who don't know what compound movements are, it just means multiple muscles are working together. Squat, deadlift, hip thrust. I guess in a sense, a seated row, but more so like squats, deadlift, that type of thing. You really want to do single limb movements. So like a single leg hip thrust, a single leg squat, like if you're up on a bench and single leg squatting down. Let's see, Bulgarians, right? Reverse lunges, like those types of things I talk about, walking lunges, stuff like that. So I want to do just compound, because you want to make sure that you're strengthening your stabilizer muscles, which compound movements do definitely work. But single limb work them harder, right? They're having to do different type of work. Single leg RDL, staggered stance RDL, B stance hip thrust, stuff like that. It makes a huge difference. Whereas if you're just doing, okay, normal hip thrust pattern, that's great, but you'll get stronger over time. You'll become a more fit version of yourself over time, and your results for sure will be better over time if you also allow the isolation. You don't have to do isolated arms. You really don't. And listen to the beginning of the video if you want to know why. You can even do like single leg extension, single leg curl, stuff like that, you guys. It makes a huge difference, because let's say you're doing a barbell shoulder press with a fixed bar, a barbell shoulder press, and your right hand is just a little stronger than your left. You may be pushing like this, right? So my right hand is pushing more, but you might not realize it. But when you take the bar away and you sit there and do a single arm shoulder press with a dumbbell, you're going to find your weaknesses, so then you can train them out of that weakness, right? Only do as much weight as the weaker side can handle. So I hope that answered that question well. Compound lifts are great. Isolated lifts definitely have their place. 100% our program can be done at home. Probably half of our clients work out at home. We've had about 500 women run through the program over all these years, and probably like half, I think I just said that actually, but I think like half do it at home. Phenomenal results. Phenomenal. Bands and adjustable dumbbells. That's certainly what we recommend, because if you only have like a few dumbbells, you're going to get way too strong, because we like to help women get very, very fit, while crafting this beautiful physique. Truly, because we all want that, right? We want to look and feel good on our skin, in and out of our clothes, right? That confidence, that level of confidence is amazing. Great, ladies. Okay, if you have any questions, just let me know. I'll start a new thread for next Q&A, and then we'll go from there. Thank you, ladies, for being here. I admire your work ethic to learn and to take this space and to grow. It's amazing. What a better way to invest this time than learn about health and fitness. So very proud of you for that. Pat yourself on the back for that. Give yourself a high five today. Give yourself all the love. Cool. Have a great day, ladies. See ya.